The second form of the loop that the book talks about is a post-test loop, which is a do-while or do-until loop. So instead of doing while x greater than some condition, instead I'm going to say do display x equal x minus 1 while x greater than 0. So here I put the test at the bottom of the loop instead of the top. And it's going to continue looping while this is true. So Python doesn't have a really clean way of implementing this. Some of the C family languages like Java, JavaScript, C++, C#, and so on, they have a built-in language construct for do loops. So it's really easy to implement do loops in those languages. In Python you can do it, but it's a little messy. So what you have to do is basically simulate a do loop by using a while loop. And we'll see how that works. So first I'll set x to 10 so it matches my pseudocode. And then I'm going to change the condition here to while true. So basically this is going to loop forever. So the first time in, this is true, it executes the loop, second time, and so on. And then what I'm going to do is, instead of testing at the top, I'm going to test at the bottom and then break out of the loop if the condition is false. So if x less than or equal to 0, then break. So break is going to break out of this while loop, and the condition is going to be true when this one is false. So x greater than 0, x less than or equal to 0, and it's going to break out of the loop and then print blast off. So let's go ahead and try it and see if it works. And I get the right result, so 10, 9, 8, 7 down to 1 and then blast off. Now, as I said, this is a little more complicated, so I tend to avoid these loops when I'm working in Python, but it does work. The difference here between the while version and the do version is since the test happens at the bottom, this code here, the loop body, is always going to get executed at least once. So if I set x equal to 0 here and then run the program, it's going to output 0 before saying blast off. Whereas with the while loop I had before, it didn't output 0. So this body is always going to get executed at least once before breaking out of the loop.